Hello students, welcome to the class 12 Indian Economics chapter 7 Employment, Growth, Informalization and Other Issues. Today we will discuss the informalization of Indian workforce on the objectives of development planning in India since independence has been to provide decent livelihood to its people. It has been envisaged that the industrialization strategy would bring surplus workers from agriculture to industry with better standard of living as in developed countries. Though there has been tendency to shift from primary sector to secondary and tertiary sectors, more than half of Indian workforce depends on farming as the major source of livelihood. It has also been observed that over the years quality of improvement has not become better. We find that a small section of Indian workforce is going regular income compared to others who do not get to regular income and other benefits related to jobs such as maternity benefits, provident fund, gratuity, pension, and the structure of employment in India can be divided into formal or organized sector, informal or unorganized sector. Formal or unorganized sector or organized sector, all the public sector establishments and those private sector establishments which employ 10 or more hired workers are called formal sector establishments. Employees working in such establishments are called formal sector workers. The government through labor laws enable them to protect their right on various ways. These workers are entitled to social security benefits such as provident fund, gratuity, pension, and these workers from trade unions form trade unions and have a strong bargaining power as their rights are protected by various labor laws. According to the data collected in 2016, 30 million workers out of 473 million workers are working in organized or formal sector. Just 6% of the total workforce is in formal sector. Informal or unorganized sector, all private sector establishments which employ less than 10 workers are called informal or unorganized sector establishments. Employees working in each establishments are called informal sector workers. These workers are not entitled to social security benefits such as pension, provident fund, gratuity, and so on. These do not get regular income. These do not have any protection from government. These workers cannot form trade unions and have weak bargaining power, and their rights are not protected by labor laws. Workers are dismissed without any compensation. This sector includes millions of farmers, agricultural laborers, owners of small enterprises, technology used in the informal sector. Enterprises is generally outdated. They usually also do not maintain books of accounts. It also includes non-farm casual wage laborers who work for more than one employer such as construction workers and head load workers. According to the data collected in 2016, around 30 million workers out of 473 million workers are working in formal sector, around 6%. In other words, about 94% of the total workforce is in informal sector. Developmental planning advises that as the economy grows, more and more workers would become formal sector workers and the proportion of workers engaged in the informal sector would dwindle, but this didn't happen in India. Out of 30 million formal sector workers, only 6 million, that is about 21%, are women. In the informal sector, male workers account for 69% of workforces. We observe that employment growth has declined in the organized sector and has increased in the unorganized or informal sector. This situation is termed as informalization of workforce. It refers to a situation when the proportion of workforce in the informal sector to total workforce increases. Owing to the efforts of International Labour Organization, the Indian government has initiated the modernization of informal sector enterprises and provision of social security measures. In this way, we have explained the various aspects of informalization of human workforce in our country. Let us consider the next another topic of this chapter, that is unemployment, berozgari. Unemployment is a challenge which is generally found in every economy, whether developed or less developed. Unemployment refers to a situation in which all those who are able and willing to work fail to find work that earns them a living. NSSO defines unemployment as a situation in which all those who, owing to lack of work, are not working but either seek work through employment exchanges, intermediaries, friends or relatives, or by making applications to prospective employers or express their willingness or availability for work under the prevailing conditions of work and remunerations. Many people in the rural areas do not go out to search for a job but stay home when there is no work. There are a variety of ways by which an unemployed person is identified. Economists define unemployed person as one who is not able to get employment of even 1 hour in half a day. Thus, unemployment is a situation when all those who are able and willing to work fail to get jobs at the prevailing wage rates. Unemployment measures involuntary idleness of individuals. It means wastage of valuable services of human resources of the country, who are permanently incapable, and all those who may not be willing to work are not counted while measuring unemployment. Also, persons below 15 years of age and persons above 60 years of age are not counted while measuring the size of unemployment. Next day, we will consider the types of unemployment. Rest is well. Thank you.